Two-time Player of the Year in all of Division II, and certainly the player of this Elite Eight, the Final Four, and the championship game. Trevor Hudgins and the Bearcats with the trophy.
Corner. The lefty hits another three.
Hudgins at the free throw line, lost it, has to put it up. And he does.
I don't know that at any level of basketball over the last many years we've seen a better combination of coach and player. Ben McCollum and Trevor Hudgins. And Augusta had to be feeling pretty good. About 6.5 minutes in, they thought he hasn't scored. Well, guess what? He went for 22. 22 over the last 14 or so
again,
minutes.
I got my brothers here, you know. We work so hard. I work so hard, man.
Never do it.
I don't even know what to say.
You're leaving a powerful legacy behind. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Underwater FlyZone podcast. Today, we are sitting down with three-time men's basketball national champion Trevor Hudgins. Thanks for coming on today, bro. We're going to hop right into it here, talking about how did you get into the game of basketball? I mean, you're basically a four-time national champion. That's absolutely insane. So, how did you just gain this love for the game?
I mean, it all started probably with my sister. We lived out in the country in Kansas, and she's 8 years older than me. So
8 years older, dang.
She was hooping in the yard and stuff around the church, and she would tell me to guard her. And I was,
she wanted that competition.
I was little at the time. And, I just loved the game since then. Then my brother's 4 years older than me, and we were competing.
Yeah, I know how that probably went, dude. I got my own brother. We always competing.
Fights and all in the yard. But
so were you just stepping back, chopping on them too, or what?
I mean, the shot didn't come until later on, honestly.
Really? When would you say the shot really came on? Because they're going to see the promos. They're going to know you got the strap. Like, when did it really, come about?
I would say the shot probably, was really here probably the COVID year. I think I was 50% or 53% or something like that.
I would say, yeah, I'd say,
three.
I mean, all I know was the COVID year and beyond. I didn't even see your freshman year, so, all I remember is just wet.
Yeah.
I mean, but all right. So you play with your siblings, but then when did you start playing, more competitively into high school? Like, what was your first game, and then how was your high school career?
Okay, so I'll go all the way back. All
the
Just
way
give
back.
You the whole story.
We're getting the whole story.
So
all
basically, elementary school is a little, community basketball. I was always on the worst team.
Oh no.
Kids had their little cliques and stuff. The most athletic guys, were their own team and everything. I was trying to, get a team myself.
Mm-hmm.
Always on the worst team. I'm pretty sure I had losing seasons all throughout elementary school, all the way up to middle school.
Wow, that's surprising. I'm not gonna lie.
So losing was obnoxious to me. I hated it so much. That was elementary school. Then around middle school, I started developing my game a little bit more. I went to MoKan, which is based out of Kansas City, Missouri, Kansas,
Nice.
And that's when I really started playing. And I was playing 2 years up, all throughout elementary school, all the way to I think 7th grade was the first year I started playing my age. I played on MoKan Elite. Played with some real good hoopers. Then 8th grade, I was on MoKan Select, and then MoKan Select all the way up to high school. And my last 2 years in AAU, we were crazy. We had we had D2 guys, but we played Penny Hardaway's group. We played some more guys at Nike camps and Nike tournaments and stuff like that. I think we were undefeated in the springtime.
So how did you compete with those dudes? Because, there's people that, since you're a D2 athlete, they're like, oh, he played, he's D2, whatever. They might dismiss you off. But how did you compete with those dudes right there?
I mean, I think I did real good, Just AAU-wise, I felt like I was one of the top guys, just in all my tournaments. Every
Nice.
tournament I played in. But going to high school, I played varsity my freshman year, and I played JV.
Wow.
So I lettered all 4 years.
That's crazy.
And our coach got fired halfway through, and then the coach that's there now, Benji George, he took over halfway after Christmas break. So I played for him JV, and I played with him for varsity. Then sophomore year, that's when my high school started taking off for real.
Nice.
I forgot what we started off at, but it was crazy. Like, fans started coming back. Like,
really?
The gym started getting packed.
And guys, I want you to know, this is humbly speaking, because this is a very humble man right here. This is my cousin, Trevor Hudgins. I'm playing. No, but this is a very humble man. So anything he says, just know it's probably about little, toned down, if you may say. But
yeah,
that's crazy to think about.
So I would say, like, my freshman year of high school, like, there wasn't a lot of noise in basketball in my high school. Then sophomore year, we had Pearson McAtee, who, walked on at K-State. We had Gabe Aubrey, who went to Manhattan Christian. And we had a solid group. We had Grant Munson, who went to McPherson. We had a solid group, and we started picking up, and started hitting the road and started running with it. We lost to Washburn Rural in Sub-State.
Man, you in Washburn, bro.
Yep. So I've been playing them all my life.
You played all your life. That's
lost
crazy.
to them sophomore year. Junior year, we lost to, I think, Wichita East with Xavier Kelly, who went to Clemson. We had another good team then. That year I won Player of the Year.
There you go.
Senior year, we had a great year. We lost a couple games, but we got out of Sub-State. We won Sub-State against Washburn.
Okay.
We went to state, and it was like the first time in 8 years that we went to state.
That's nuts.
And
first time in 8 years. And so how'd that go?
So the first game we played Lawrence, I think. Yeah, Lawrence High, the Lions.
Lawrence High. So they're right around Kansas, University of Kansas. So yeah, basketball must be big there.
And so me and the other two guard, probably the best people on the team, we were having a terrible night, but we're still winning.
Yeah.
So we're playing defense, we're doing good and all that. We're terrible night, making no shots. Nothing.
Oh no.
Couldn't buy a basket. Then it comes down to a tied game. Our big man got fouled with 1.4 seconds on the shot clock.
No way, dude. No way.
He missed both of them. We went to overtime, and they won.
So, oh my gosh,
1.4
that
on
is
the
just
shot. He
so
had 2
unfortunate.
shots.
So you got 2 shots.
Yeah.
And dude. I mean, you're the most clutch player I've seen live. See, I've never seen anyone more clutch live. So you were probably just sitting there thinking, dang,
one.
dude, just
one. That's all I was saying. Is just one.
Does that ever come back to haunt you, or at this point it's kind of out of the way?
I mean, at first I was kind of hurt, but then after that I was like, you know what, we did our best. Like, you have an off night against a good team.
I mean, and then you go to college and your room is probably just full of nets. I mean, you got nets everywhere. I bet.
Oh man,
that's nuts. All right, so. High school career going on. You got some offers. Do you want to talk about your offers a little bit and ultimately why you chose to come here to Northwest Missouri State?
Yeah. So, I mean, pretty much the whole MIAA was talking to me or offered me. I had some D1 offers, and interest. I mean, I talked to a bunch, but some of them didn't offer me. Some sent letters, but I didn't want to choose a school until I was done with high school basketball.
Yeah.
You know how everyone, chooses school real early. Mm-hmm. I was just gonna wait.
What's your reasoning behind waiting?
Just all that stress. It was just stressful. Just coaches calling you every day and stuff like that.
And you were just focused on trying to win state. You were going deep that year.
We had a decent year. So
exactly.
So I told the coaches, or I just ghosted them. Sorry, Coach Mack.
You ghosted Coach Mack? Wow. Coach Mack is the Northwest Missouri State basketball coach. If y'all didn't know that, so you ghosted your own coach.
Yeah.
Dang.
I didn't pick up quite often.
That's crazy.
For anybody, for real.
Okay.
But him, he's my coach now. So
that's nuts.
I can poke at him. But I just didn't want distractions. I felt like they were just calling like every week, just trying to figure out when I'm trying to sign, and I'm just not worried about that. I'm worried about having fun, high school.
Yeah, your senior year of
like,
high school. My senior year was lit, and I wasn't even the star basketball player. So, I mean, yours was probably nuts.
So, like, I was just waiting till the end of the year, and I kept on waiting, and, I mean, when it was time to make my decision, a lot of coaches got fired, or a lot of coaches retired or transferred, or just a bunch of stuff.
They just left their school, basically.
Just a bunch of stuff happened. And it was nuts. like I said after the 2019 championship to a reporter for CBS, I was like, it's literally like God was like, hey, go here. Because Coach Mack was like literally the last one standing.
It's weird. I mean, anyone who doesn't believe in God, you got to look for those signs. I mean, it's so real, dude. It is so real. Like, that is crazy. That's exactly
it's crazy.
Oh, my gosh. You just felt the sign. It's like, there's where I need to go. And look how it played out. I mean, that's insane. So, all right. So, you basically got a few D1 offers, right?
Yeah.
So, guy like me, not a college athlete, never had a chance of being a college athlete. A lot of dudes like us have the debate. Would you rather go to an average D1 school or the best D2 school? And you're a living example of choosing the best D2 school over the medium or worst D1 school. So, I mean, is that something you just knew all along? You're like, I would rather play for the best team than the average D1 school. It didn't matter to you what division it was in?
I think the first thing, while choosing a school is you got to look at your personality. You got to look at the culture at a school. Mm-hmm. I mean, when I came here on a visit, Coach Mack and, our strength coach, Joe Q, were literally like, you're going to work hard, but you're going to win. And all I want to do is win since day one. Probably started in the front yard with my brother.
Yeah, literally. I bet, dude. I bet.
Like, you gotta like really think about yourself and what you want out of a school. Like, if you just want gear, go ahead and go D1 and get all them backpacks and all the jumpsuits and stuff and all the shoes.
Yeah.
But like, at the end of the day, you gotta look at who you are.
Mm-hmm.
If you just want to win, like, go to where you're gonna win and where you're gonna be developed into a winner.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is the best choice regardless of level. I mean, Coach Mack is one of the best coaches in the nation, any level.
I mean, probably the best. I mean, according to record, there's no arguing that. That dude is unreal. What even is his record? Last time I looked, it was like he has like 200-something wins and like double-digit losses.
He has 300 plus now.
300 plus. That's insane.
Yeah,
dude.
I think last year's championship was 300.
That is nuts. that is true. That's true. I remember that. I mean, you could just see it the way he coaches. Like, when the game gets hyped up, some coaches just kind of stand there, don't really get it. This dude, his tie's flinging around. He's going crazy, yelling at the fans, like, get up, dude. It's been so fun watching you, Diego, and Coach. Like, obviously all the other players are great, but specifically you with the shot. And then Diego kind of reminds me of myself as a player. Like, I'm horrible. Like, don't even act like I'm good. But I'm just saying, like, Diego is like, if I was like so freaking good, I'd be like Diego, because he gets all the rebounds, but he's not the biggest dude on the court. Yeah. He just runs around, gets all the rebounds. He's the hustle player, lockdown D. Like, I feel like that's how I'd be if I ever, was actually good at basketball. But I just loved watching Diego play, and then Coach is just freaking crazy. I love. Have you ever had any disagreements with Coach though, like mid game or anything? Has that ever been a?
I mean, that's another part of picking your school. Like, you gotta have a good relationship with your coach.
Exactly.
You gotta have some trust, in your coach. You're gonna be around him for the majority of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's been a couple times we had some heated conversations. But that's just because he's competitive, I'm competitive. He knows I just want to win. He wants to win. He wants the best for us. And sometimes you're not thinking about everybody, the big picture, when you're on the court, when everything's moving so fast. But that's the thing I love about just me and Coach's relationship. It's just the trust part. So if he tells me hey, you got to do this, I'm gonna do it. But he'll also listen to me if I say, hey, this is happening, this is open, this needs to happen. He'll make some adjustments. And I mean, we've had a couple arguments or
but it's all out of have and it's never that deep on a personal level. It's you're both trying to win. I love that. I mean, that's why we have 3 championships in a row. I said, should have been 4. Screw COVID, bro. COVID messed it all up. That was my freshman year. We were going to win it. But, Yeah, that's just crazy. And I think going back on trust and going back to earlier when I said, this is the clutchest man I know. How many times? I don't know if you know for a fact how many times, and I missed your whole freshman year. How many times do we need a 3-pointer or even a 2-pointer or just a score with like 5 seconds left? And it's like, there's no question. This game's an autopilot. Trevor's going to drive down there, pull up, hit it. I mean, it was against Northeastern State. It was against UCO. We actually lost to UCO, but you still hit the shot. I mean, that was crazy. And then the biggest one was Missouri Southern at home. I was sitting there, and I just pulled my phone out. I was like, I feel like something's going to happen. Recording that. I sent you that video. I looked around I was setting Trevor up for this interview, and I saw that, and I was like, that was a crazy night. But this dude freaking steps through, hits a 2-point buzzer beater. We rushed the court, and that was probably one of my best college memories. So, I mean, basically the question here is, what are you feeling in those moments? Is it just autopilot for you too? Because as a fan, it's like, bro, I'm not even worried. I'm like, this dude Trevor's going to go down and hit something. I'm not even worried.
Man. I mean, it goes back to the trust with your coaches, teammates, and all that. And at the end of the day, it's just like your killer instinct. Like, I watched Kobe and, all those guys.
Literally, bro.
Playing, and just the way they attack those moments and stuff. Like, I've seen Michael Jordan highlights and stuff and seen, like, throwback games on NBA TV. But, I mean, just the killer instinct they have, like, you see it in their eyes and stuff like that. Like, there's like, no pressure to take those shots when you have all the trust of your teammates and coaches. And they're gonna get you the ball. Like,
literally,
there's no
way it wasn't happening. I mean, I remember it was a free throw. Dude misses it, and they just toss the ball to you. You drive down. You had 2 dudes on you. Step through, put it up, and it goes in. I was like, dude, like, I don't even know how that even happened. I'm like, that was the first time I witnessed it, and I was like, I don't even know what just happened.
My first buzzer beater too.
That was okay. So you didn't hit any in your freshman year.
Game winner.
First game winner.
Yeah,
all right, that's insane, dude. That was probably the loudest it's ever been in that arena. I mean, that was insane. That was also on a Greek life night, so all the fraternities were there. Yeah. The only time they've ever done that, and it just happened to be the same night. That was insane.
It was crazy.
But all right, so basically going off of that, when adversity hits, just looking at mid game, you're down, or maybe even deeper than that. When people are doubting you, like, how do you handle adversity? What's your mindset whenever you face those hard times?
I think it goes back to preseason with the team. I mean, we had adversity day one.
Yeah, this season, we had a class together. This dude comes in, he's like, yeah, it's going to be a different type of season. I was like, oh, no.
But from day one, we start basketball and we get back to school, like, we're training, like, we're running, we're in practice, like, and it's probably the hardest 6 to 8 weeks you could think of.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just waking up early. I mean, like, all college athletes go through the early mornings and stuff and all the workouts. But, like, Northwest is different. So if you're a basketball player and you're trying to come here, just know that it's different.
It's
like,
different.
When I say Coach Mack and Joe Q said you're going to work hard, you're going to work hard. But you also will win. So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, just the work that you put in before is crazy. And in those moments, you're like, I'm not going to tap out now.
Yeah.
I mean, because you've been through it. You've been through 6 to 8 weeks of you're not about to tap out now. And the hard work with your team. Like, you look on the court and you say, oh, these are my guys. I'm going to fight for them. And this year was probably the epitome of that, of literally fighting in adversity.
I would agree for sure.
We had 5 losses this year, probably the most you ever
experienced
had.
For sure. But
2 in a row, in fact.
Yeah.
By 1, 2.
And they were at home. 2 in a row at home by 1 to conference opponents. Yeah, that was crazy.
It's just crazy. So I mean, when we feel adversity, we just attack it. Like we won't give up. I can guarantee that Northwest will probably never give up in a game.
Dude, I was just thinking, like, that Northeastern game, y'all lost by quite a bit, wasn't it? It was at least you were it was like one of your first games of the year. And y'all
this year?
Yeah, this year.
Sioux Falls?
Was it? I don't remember. It was that tournament in like St. Joe or something.
It
was y'all's first loss. I mean, I just remember looking at the score at halftime and being like,
yeah, they were up by 20.
Rough. And then I think you said they just started giving you the ball and letting you shoot threes.
Yeah.
All right, so I was like, dang, dude. Like, I've never seen us get beat like that. But then, just the way that y'all handled it and the way you just beat a team that had a 7-foot man on it.
Yeah. And
y'all, like, low-key ran them. I mean, they kept it close at the end.
Yeah.
That's just, I think that's insane. I love that you said just attack that adversity. That's crazy to me. You could literally see it if you, a lot of y'all probably didn't follow the season like I did because I just love Northwest, but freaking, it was crazy. It was crazy to witness. But have you ever experienced, like, people doubting you as a player, as a person, like throughout your career? I don't know. I was just thinking, like, I was like, this dude is really one of the best basketball players I've ever seen, and, like, you grew up in Manhattan. And I'm like, didn't K-State say something? Like, was there any story with that or what?
I mean, K-State talked to me my sophomore year in high school, and then Pearson McAtee, when he was a senior my sophomore year, walked on, and then after he, like, signed or agreed to walk on, like, they stopped talking to me. So I was
really?
Like, all right, but
you're lost, low-key.
There was no hard feelings. I mean, I was friends with some of the players on the past couple seasons on K-State. So, I mean, it was, but
but aside from, like, the whole K-State thing, like, just in general, there had to been some doubters. There had to been.
Yeah.
Has there ever been that teacher, the, like, cliche, that teacher that was like, you're never gonna, I don't know, go pro? I don't know if that's. I don't know. We'll get into that in a little bit.
I would say, probably just coaches. Like I said, in 7th grade, I was on MoKan Elite, and it was just a culture shock because, like, I'm from Manhattan, and you know it's just fundamental basketball.
Yeah.
Like, I used to cross people up and, like, make them fall, and, like, the coaches would literally say, like, stop showing off. Like,
really,
I wouldn't even be like, I wouldn't even look at them or point at them or nothing. I would just
we got Kevin shaking his head back here.
Like,
what type of coach is gonna say this?
I'm dead serious too. It was 7th grade.
Showing off.
First day of practice. I remember I made someone fall and I just hit a layup. Didn't even do anything. No jelly or anything.
No, just straight up.
Just straight up layup. And he said, "Quit showing off." So I was like, man, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
But back to 7th grade, MoKan Elite. I'm playing with some city guys. Like, I'm used to, like,
Manhattan guys.
Like, it's different. Kansas City and Manhattan is a lot different.
For sure.
And I just remember not playing, like, my game. Like, I just turned into a shooter, honestly. Like, and I wasn't the greatest, but, like, I could still knock down some shots. And I remember the next year, 8th grade, like, I remember going into tryouts and being like, man, I didn't do anything last year. I want to show them.
Yeah.
I was going crazy in trials. Like, I was better than I was last year. I was better than people that I was playing against. And I remember, I forgot his name, but I remember a coach called me and told me I wasn't going to make the elite squad. So and that was probably that was the first one. That was 7th grade. Going to 8th grade, I remember that was the first one. He was like, yeah, you just like not vocal enough, not just, we got other guys that are pretty good and stuff like that, and can run our show.
Well, do you know any of those other guys now?
I mean, I know probably half that team. I think probably half that team, and I just remember being like, wow, like, I'm like, he said I'm basically not good enough to play on the league.
Dude.
And I was like, dang, that was probably the first one I could remember.
Yeah, I just wonder where they are now.
And then
are they home? Did they got 3 rings? I mean, what?
And then
anyways,
probably the second one is probably just my high school recruitment process. I mean, Mac told me that there was a guy watching my game, and Mac was watching my game. And Mac asked the other coach, and he was like, man, who's this? Like, he's getting recruited. Anybody recruiting him?
Yeah.
And the coach was like, nah, he's not good enough for major level, mid-major level stuff.
That's
and Coach
crazy.
Mac was like, man, he's good for me.
Yeah, so, I mean, literally.
And then history tells itself. But
exactly.
I mean, I've had doubters here and there. I've never had a teacher talk about, oh, you're never gonna make it anywhere.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, there's always those stories. It's like,
yeah,
I don't know. But speaking of all that, what's your plans now? Because I mean, you have another year of eligibility, right? But like, I don't know what's happening next. Do you even know?
I mean, I know I'm not coming back to school, so the year of eligibility is gone. Like I'm not going to college again.
Yeah, sorry, Bearcat fans, not happening.
I'm getting my degree. I'm out of here. But the next step pretty much is just going pro, trying to get the best opportunity, wherever that might be. I don't know where it might be.
Yeah, I saw you got posted by League Him. I commented on that.
Yeah.
No, bro. Okay, so going pro, are you talking NBA? Are you talking overseas? Or are you just talking, we'll see what happens?
I'm talking, you shoot for the NBA.
You shoot for the NBA, yes, sir. I think
it's all about connections too. It's connections.
Yeah, literally.
It's who you run with, and then what you do, like in the off season as well.
Exactly.
Like how they see you, how scouts see you and stuff. And then you have interviews for stuff like that. But everyone's shooting for the NBA. Like,
exactly.
Of course you want the NBA, but
would you be open to overseas if that ever happened? If there was like, all right, play overseas for 2 years, would you really up and leave America and head over to, like, I don't know, Italy? Is that where they play that? I don't know.
They play everywhere. Everyone.
You would go over there?
Yeah, I would play.
That would be crazy, dude. That'd be awesome.
Over there. I definitely would go over there.
That'd be insane.
I'm playing basketball until the wheels fall off. Until I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I can't feel my legs. Like
there
my
you
legs
go.
are hurting
All
to
right.
the point where I can't
do
anything anymore.
That is sick.
Then I'll stop. But I've always been the type to say, like, if I'm able to do something, why not do it?
Exactly, bro. I think a big thing, I like what you just said, was shooting for the NBA. People might look at that and think, dude, that's a freaking crazy, huge dream. But what?
It's not crazy.
Yeah, my boy Kevin up in here.
It's like attainable.
Nah, bro, it's a completely attainable. The thing is that in life, this is your only freaking life you get. You do not get another life. So you are doing yourself a disservice if you don't dream big. If you would have came in here and said, I don't know about the NBA. I don't know if I'm good enough. Like that.
Yeah.
What even is that, dude? You are shooting for the NBA. I'm so proud of you for that. And also, I think of like even aside from like an athlete, like for me doing this podcast or some of my friends making music, it's like your beliefs in yourself. You are doing yourself a disservice if you don't dream big. And literally in life, you can accomplish freaking anything you put your mind to. Your work ethic and the goals and the things you do just have to match that dream. So like for you, bro, I already know. That's your dream. I already know the type of person you are. You're going to be in the gym like crazy for the next, however long. And then for me, I'm just picking this up before season 3 starts and just doing this. I'm trying to do my own grind. Kev doing his thing, bro. We all, I don't even know, bro. We just, you can accomplish anything if you just believe, but set high beliefs, put in that work. You could literally accomplish anything. You create your own present moment. Like, why not? Why not see Trevor Hudgins in the NBA? I could see you on the Thunder, bro. That'd be crazy.
Oh, God.
You're the next Westbrook before the pre-Lakers Westbrook.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Before
Lakers, yeah, I'll take it.
Hey, you'll take. Who won it? Yeah. I would take Lakers Westbrook. That would be if I was in the league, I'd just be getting smacked. I'd just be getting.
Just to be in the league, just to be there would be awesome.
Just to be there. your family would be set with the money. And then you'd be playing basketball, getting paid for it. That's about the best. That's about as good as it gets. Baseball's more my sport, but yeah, I don't know. This dude's gonna be there. I believe it. But anyways, get aside from that. So basically, coming to Northwest, just going back to this, the whole choosing D2 over D1. What are some of your best memories that you've had here at this school?
Jeez.
That's a crazy. With the career you've had, that's gonna be a tough one to answer, but.
So I'll probably give you like 3, I guess.
All right, I'll take it.
I would say the first championship freshman year.
I was Joey Wittes, was that his name?
Yeah.
Dude, that dude chopped I watched it on TV.
Man.
He chopped like a half-court shot. That was crazy.
I would say that probably is up there. Just because it's the first one. First one.
Was that what would you compare that team to the others? Like, was it just what was it to you compared to the other ones?
They the 19 team in this year were kind of similar. Just kind of similar because the scrappiness and the hunger, you felt it both years. 19 our talent level was just unbelievable. We had Ryan Welty, Ryan Hawkins, Joey Wittis, me, Diego.
That was that year.
Xavier Rhodes, who is running the show in Florida Southern.
Yeah, I saw.
You got Kirk Finley, who's a lockdown defender, great cutter. You just had great pieces like that. Like I think our scoring margin was like 20 points or something like that.
I'm not gonna lie, those games were tough. We'd go there and it'd be fun for like 5 minutes, and then it's like, oh, we're up 40.
But like that's the thing with the hunger. Like we were hungry. Me and Diego's first year playing. Like me and him are probably the hungriest we've been.
Well, probably, I wouldn't doubt
like
it.
competitive guys, but like that's our first year just jumping in it. And we had all that doubt from Justin Pitts leaving, Chrissy Boo, Zave Kurth, all those guys, Brett Doherty. I mean, the championship guys, the main core championship guys left. So
people were like, who's this Trevor Hudgins guy?
Exactly. So
who's this Diego Bernard you speak of?
I mean, there you go with the doubters right there. I mean,
exactly.
Say that.
And then y'all pop off and win another one.
Undefeated.
Insane. All right, so there's your first.
That's probably the first one. Then I would say the next two that are side by side are probably Missouri Southern game winner and Northern State tied.
All right, so going back to the Missouri Southern game winner, what were you feeling in that moment?
I mean,
the moment when the free throw was missed until the moment Diego tackled you onto the floor. Like what was that time frame looking like in your head?
So I see him. We fouled like a 80% plus free throw shooter, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna hit both of these. Like we're gonna need a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a 1-on-1. He missed, hit the back rim. Saw Hawk get it. I was like, Hawk, I'm open. Coach Mack just said go. He said if you don't have anything, call a timeout. We had a timeout as well.
Yep, I remember that.
Just to let people know. And that goes with the trust thing with me and Coach. I dribble down. I see Elijah Clark running up to me. Braylon is face guarding me the whole game.
Yeah.
I did like a little in and out step, get Braylon off me. Elijah's, he's still pursuing me. So I see a little gap, and I'm just like, I'm a hop step. They foul me. I get on the free throw line.
Yeah.
It's game. Like I'll hit the free throws. They didn't foul me. I just hop step right over and just shot it. And
dude, I thought you were about to get tackled because they were right there, and you found the slightest little opening and just found yourself wide open right there.
It was just, I just shot it, and I just prayed. Honestly, I don't know how it went in to this day, but it did. And then afterwards, it was my first game winner buzzer beater, so I didn't know what to do. So I just turned around and started running, and then I got tackled out of nowhere. It hurt my back a little bit.
He came flying in, dude.
And then I hit the ground, and all these hands and stuff poked me in the eye. I'm like, oh man! So you see my face on the ground, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, you're like, what?
But it was just crazy. Just that whole night was crazy. That was my first game winning buzzer beater, and yeah, I'll always remember that one.
That ball felt like it was in the air for 5 years, dude.
Oh yeah.
I was calm down, just go in, but
man,
insane.
Then I would say, Moso, and then Northern State. Northern State last year was
was stress, bro. I mean, y'all were down 12 with 2? Was that what it was?
11 or 12 with 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
I remember they were shooting free throws a minute 30, minute 40. And I remember Parker Fox, good friends. He goes to Minnesota now.
Yeah.
He's talking to me on the 3-point line while they're up 10 plus points, and he's like looking at my face. He's like, man, what are you looking like that for? Have fun,
bro.
And I'm like,
you're you have no idea how much fun I'm
having.
having.
And I'm just, I got the Kobe instant killer mindset, so I'm just staring at dude shooting the free throws.
Dude, he'll probably be watching this. He's gonna be like, "Hey, I went wrong right there in that moment."
And I was just man, I can't lose to this dude.
No.
I was like, I just couldn't. And half the team lost hope. You saw it in their face during huddles and timeouts.
And it was kind of a feeling of y'all ran every team all year, and then in the tournament, y'all were about to lose, and everyone was just really, this whole year was a waste. But then, all right, continue from there, because I think that moment flipped the switch.
So, like I said, we don't give up.
Yeah.
But, like, there's that faith and hope. Like, we were like, oh, like, game's over.
Like reality set in. You're
yeah. But, like, I'm over here, like, we got 2 minutes and we're down, a couple threes. Like, I'm just thinking about threes. Like, I'm thinking about 3 threes, 9 points. We're up. We're back in the game.
Yeah.
So, game goes on. We start pressing. They start turning it over. We start getting and ones.
They turned it over a few times.
I think I hit a three. I think I hit a layup. And I think someone else hit a layup. And all of a sudden, we're like right there.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was just so crazy. We foul. I think it was 2 shots. He hit the first one.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember, honestly.
They were up 3. Then he missed the second one. And I was like, uh-oh, like they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Like
you said they're in your thought in this moment, season on the line, they're in trouble.
Like, yeah, I was like, they gave me a chance. Like,
yeah,
that's all you need. That's all you ask for. It's
that's
like a chance.
Insane, dude.
So like, DB had one of the smartest plays of all time. My whole 5 years of being here, dude missed the shot. DB let it bounce a little bit, and then he grabbed it. Then he passed it to me when I had a full head of steam going.
Yeah.
So like, I got it. More time on the clock. I just did my normal, step back.
Yep.
And I hit it, and I was like, oh, like, we have a chance.
You're like, they really gave us overtime.
Like, we have a chance. And then the thing is that we almost won the game on their play. They tried to get up the court. Diego, tipped it. Isaiah Jackson, he got it. He tried to get a layup.
Okay, I do remember that.
And he could have got a floater. He could have won the game, been the biggest man on campus. Isaiah, if you're watching this, he could have been the biggest man on campus.
Isaiah, I remember that now. I actually forgot that happened. That would have just been wrong. I mean, that would have just been
crazy.
Unfair.
It would have been crazy. But that's those. Yeah. So championship, Moso, and Northern probably up there. I mean, I don't know what else. Like, there's been so much.
There's been so many. Like, aside from basketball, like, what's been like a defining moment here? Like, I don't know if you're probably giving back to the community in a way, or just like moments. Have you ever had like a weird moment where, like, not weird, like an awesome moment where like a fan or something came up to you and they're like, can you sign my whatever? Or that just, I don't know, they're being starstruck by like just you being an awesome like basketball player?
I mean, I've signed a lot of things. I think it's not what I've done, but like what people have done for me. I mean, like, I've had a woman sent a card to me and said like the Lord has blessed you and you've blessed us, just to be around and be a good person and stuff, and like stuff like that. And it's just been like, wow, like this is awesome. This is a family environment, family community. Like, Maryville is just a family in general. Like,
it is, for real.
Like, and that, like, that's just one instinct. Like, I'm just like, man, like, this place is really special.
Yeah. Like, literally, I love this place.
But man. I mean, I've signed multiple things for kids, and I've had little pictures drawn of me and stuff like that. But I mean, just the family atmosphere and the family feel of this whole place of Maryville Northwest, with the students, like, classes are small, you know people, and it just feels amazing to just be at Northwest. Like, it's not a big school, so the family atmosphere is definitely special here.
I think that's something, definitely beautiful about Northwest. It's like, back in this. All right, camera died, but we're back. Actually, I don't need to put that in because you got that. All right. Bro, but literally, like, Maryville is such, like, a small town out, like, 30 minutes from St. Joe. It's, like, we're kind of secluded here. And I think just, like, the older generations all the way to, like, the parents with little kids, it's just, like, this college, it may be a D2 school, but Maryville lives and breathes Northwest. I think that's what's so special about the football games. Mm-hmm. Football game days are insane. And then the basketball games, especially when we're just, winning after, like, dub after dub. Yeah. I mean, the whole town's here. And I think that you being in a position where you were the star, like, you were the star of the team. Like, you were the guy. You have done so well and just being humble about it, being, like, giving back. And I don't know, I just saw your interview after the game when y'all won it, and I can't remember what you said, but what was it? You were just like, I don't even know what to say, man. Just thank God, thank the community. And I was like, dude, this dude just won a national championship, and your first thought was to, like, thank the people, thank God. I don't know. I just thought that was really special. So, I mean, that's dope. But I don't know. I just love Maryville, bro. I love where we are right now. This is a great school, and I don't know. So, what are some other memories though, just you've had of like this town, or even just like the whole process of like I don't know. Like, I guess a question I could say is like going to freaking Indianapolis, and it's packed with Bearcat fans over behind the bench. Like, I don't know. What are just some more experiences you've had of that? Just commenting on the town, I guess.
First time I really felt like whoa, like this community loves like its athletes, its school, Northwest, Green in general.
Yeah.
Was regionals when we hosted in 2019.
Yeah.
And I mean, the first game, I mean, Joey Wittis went off for 40 against his old school, which was pretty special.
That's insane.
And I mean, he was having a game, and it was crazy. Like, the fans were there. I think we just blew them out. Joey had a great game, and everyone was locked in. But then the second game comes around, fans are crazy. It's like sold out.
That's nuts.
Championship game comes around. It is outrageous. I'm just afraid. Like, I didn't see it because I saw the first year.
Yeah.
We lost to Mankato. Joey was on that team.
Yeah.
And I didn't really see it. Like, I saw, like, the crowd, but Justin wasn't playing. So, like, you know, the excitement was kind of dead. Like, it was kind of flat. You know, my freshman year playing, like, seeing that, I was like, this is crazy. Like, these people love it here. And, like, we win, and, you know, the crowd's crazy. And I'm just like, overwhelmed. And that was the first time I really was like, wow, like this place is special. Like, D2 or not, like this place is special.
Literally,
like, you
bro.
could feel the love. And it's not fake love either. Like, it's like everyone genuinely wants to be in that gym, and everyone is cheering for you. But then again, like you said, even before the championship games, like the regional game at Augustana, that is their home court. That is where they play most of their games. Even though it's at the Pentagon, they play most of their games there.
Yeah.
Our crowd was louder than their crowd. And that's just what, I don't even know how far we are away from Augustana.
It's a while, because I was trying to go, but I was like, I think it was like, was it 8 hours? It was a ways. It was over 5. Over 5 for sure.
It was probably like, 6 to 7, I think.
That's crazy.
But, I mean, our fans, you hear the BEAR, CATS, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, we went out for warm-ups, and that's all you heard. Yeah, Augustana, like, our crowd was going crazy. And they have the students. Like, we have parents and, like girlfriends and stuff there. like, they're making noise. And we got some town folk that go out there and stuff and, like, you know, dedicate their life to the Bearcats.
Yeah, exactly.
We love them with all our hearts. But to know that we travel like that is so special. And then you get to the championship game, and it's just unreal.
Dude, I could only imagine. I wish I made that trip. I'm not gonna lie, but
it was just unreal. Like,
even back home though, even at Bernie's where I was for like setting up Dad's Day, we were watching the game, and I mean it was live in there. Like, I told you before we started this, but when you hit that step back and hit it, I mean it sounded like we were in a basketball arena. It was like, I was like, damn, there's that many people here. It was crazy, but.
That game was crazy itself.
Game was crazy itself. Okay, something I want to ask about that. You always seem like a pretty mellow, humble guy, because you are. But you win. You hop up on the table and start going crazy. I saw it. You start going crazy. Like, what was those emotions? Was it just like a feeling of like, dang, it's over, and like, look at what I've done? I don't know.
So, like,
what we've done, what the team's done.
So basically, So basically, I played with the most emotion I've ever played in any basketball game that game.
You did, for sure.
1, because it was my last game in Green.
Yeah.
2 is because Diego Bernard got hurt, and he was our spark plug the whole year. Ever since I've been here, he's been the emotional type. get us a dunk, let out a roar and everything, just hype. So those two were in the back of my mind the whole time.
Yeah.
Diego only played 13 minutes out of 40.
Yeah,
and
he was hurt, wasn't he?
So, yeah. So, I was playing my heart out.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm pretty sure during the game I said, I'm willing to die out here to Diego. I'm dead serious. I went up to DB and I said, I'm willing to die out here today. The first half I blacked out. I kid you not. I don't even remember, half of it.
You dropped 22, I'll tell you that.
That's what I see that, but in the game, I was just playing with passion. I was just being competitive, and I was just hungry. I just did not want to lose. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to spend my last game being a Bearcat not the best I could absolutely play.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to play my absolute heart out. Then at the end of the game, I've always wanted to jump on the table.
Yeah,
I told my teammates, and they were like, "Go ahead." And I was like, "Okay." So I jumped on the table, and I played with all that emotion. I had passion.
Yep.
I'm lit. I wanted to do it. I seen D Wade do it, so I wanted to do it.
Exactly, dude. That was a legendary Northwest moment right there. That'll go down in the books for sure. That was crazy. So what I've always noticed too is you hit these big threes, do these big plays, and then you're just kind of just kind of walk it off. Bro, that game I was watching, you were like, let's go. Yeah. You for real were playing with the most emotion I've ever seen. Me and my dad were actually watching it because he was up here for Dad's Day, and he was like, he watches all the games too because he went here. And he was like, Trevor finally let it out.
Yeah, that's 5 years. That's 5 years of passion and emotion right there.
There it is. It was let loose in the final game. That was nuts. That was insane. So, I don't know. The cameras keep dying and all that, but I have something we got to talk about before it's over. Talking about the BEARCATS chant. I was watching back the Duke game the other day, and you could hear those chants at the end of the game. Y'all were down 18-ish, came back, brought it within 5, and you just hear those chants in the Duke home stadium. I forget what it's called. Cameron Indoor Stadium. You heard the Bearcat chant, and I'm like, that's insane. So just what were your thoughts during that game, playing against Coach K, playing against the Duke Blue Devils in their home stadium? How was that experience?
That was when the step back was born.
Yeah,
because I was playing against 6'7", 6'6", athleticism. So that's when I started doing my step back, and I was just in there, and I wasn't starstruck about anything because that was my second time being there. Cause
you played there twice.
Yeah, first year was my redshirt year, then second year, but I wasn't playing with no fear. I wasn't playing to look cute, to do all the extra stuff. I was in there to try to win a game.
Yeah, and y'all almost did. Y'all almost beat Duke. So that's absolutely crazy. Do you think if you ran that, you think if we played them again with that same team, you think we would stand a chance at a round 2? Kind of because you'd feel a little more. The team would feel a little more comfortable playing them.
I think if the 2019 championship team went in there with the team that we played, that I had 27.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a great game.
Yeah.
I really do.
You're not going to promise a win, but you'll promise a great game. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I just think that's insane. A lot of my friends that went to Mizzou or whatever, they see me repost we won the championship, and they're like, it's D2, buddy. I'm like, y'all don't understand. We almost beat Duke. We had them on the ropes, and then bro, I wish Northwest would play Mizzou just to shut them up.
It's just,
bro,
it's the craziest thing because people think D2 is just terrible.
Yeah.
The thing is, Fort Hays beat K-State by a lot, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Or last year.
I remember that.
We lost by 6 to Duke, who blew out multiple teams. And, you got Ryan Hawkins being all Big East team.
Exactly.
And he just transferred from here.
For y'all that didn't know, Ryan Hawkins was a Bearcat player, transferred to Creighton, and then went off. Literally went off. The Kansas Jayhawks ended him, but up until then he was going crazy.
Hoopers are just hoopers.
Yeah.
I think the biggest difference between D1 and D2 are just the size and the athleticism. Like, our bigs here are going to be 6'7", 6'8". Johnny Clausen from Washburn, 6'9".
Yeah.
D1, you're going to get the 7-footers that can jump. You're going to get the Jericho Sims from Texas, who's playing with the Knicks now. And, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think the fundamental, like, shooting ability, I think, that's up in the air. I feel like there's a lot of good shooters in D2.
For sure. You got that what's his name? Number 12 on Washburn. Can't think of his name.
That's Tyler. Jalen Lewis, number 20.
Is that one going? All right, we're chilling.
Yeah,
number 20 is a shooter. And then we got Tyler Griman. Is
Tyler
that his name?
Griman, yeah.
Dude, that dude, every time we played him, he hit that half court.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who hit that half court.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
He's one of my he's good friends.
Dude,
so.
he's so I'm not going to lie, like, I'd really liked watching that dude play.
Yeah.
Even when he hit that half court shot against us, like, when them my AA, I was like, at least it was him. Like, that was freaking crazy.
Yeah.
That was insane, bro. I think the difference between D1 and D2 is literally, like you were saying, the size. And, I mean, the bad teams in D2 are really bad. The bad teams in D1, they could probably compete with some D2 teams. But I just think, I just wish there could be, like, a game, Northwest versus Mizzou, and we'll just see what happens. There's just some more stuff like that because, I mean, K-State got beat by a D2 school. And then, like we already said, y'all almost beat Duke. I mean, I just think I want to see more of that in the future. I don't know how to make that happen. I don't think I have any power to make that happen. But I think that'd be crazy to just witness. Because, I mean, do you ever get that from some of your friends who are like, do they just, like, undermine your, like, success because they're like, oh, it's a D2?
They don't really undermine it. They're just like, I have one friend that's really like, man, this could be you. Man, you could be in Allen Fieldhouse right now. Oh man, you could be wearing purple and Bramlage right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you could be somewhere. That should be you on ESPN. And I'm just like, man, I'm having fun. I'm living life. I have one of the best coaches in the world.
And we talked about how awesome this town is. Like, you got the atmosphere here. I mean,
and I feel like I've developed as a player as well. Like, I don't feel like my freshman year self and this year's self are the same player.
No.
I definitely developed, and as a leader, I feel like I developed. And you're just not gonna get that everywhere. If I go to another school, another offense, different coach, there's different trust levels, there's different systems, just everything goes into it. And and also the loyalty. I mean, Coach Mack, he was the one that talked to me in high school. He was the one that stuck with me. He's the one that developed me into the player I am today, to be honest. And thanks to him. But that also is why I didn't enter the transfer portal. I didn't even think about transfer portal and stuff like that. But yeah, D2 is good. People need to stop worrying about just going D1 and stuff like that.
Exactly.
They need to find the perfect fit, because if you find the perfect fit, you're just gonna have a better time.
For sure, bro. Well, I think we could probably end this off considering the technical difficulties we got to figure out by season 3 for sure. But I appreciate you coming on. Is there any last things you want to say just before we wrap this up? I mean, you're about to leave Maryville for a while. Any last messages you want to give out or anything?
What that last one says.
Believe in yourself.
Yeah, just believe in yourself. I mean, don't try to do things to make people happy. Make yourself happy.
Yeah.
You'll find the real ones, throughout life doing so. You should just do what you love. Honestly, just believe in yourself and let it play out. Just don't try to do too much, and overdo all sorts of stuff to please other people. I mean, you could serve people, but don't try to please people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's basically all I got. If you're religious, believe in God, trust in Him. But if you're not, then
Yeah, if you're not, then I mean you'll find it someday. That's what this is for. This thing right here, that stands for "It is finished." It's like a religious thing. I just threw that on there. I don't even know. We're ending this, but I just want to say thank y'all for listening. Thank you, Trevor, for coming on. This is my cousin right here, if y'all didn't know.
Yeah.
But we'll catch you in season 3, and make sure to like, subscribe, all that. Yeah, appreciate you coming on, bro, for real.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.